Well, this evening is about, as we said at the beginning, inspiration and determination. And I think you just got 2 good doses of that from our honorees this evening. And this evening is also about gratitude. We are grateful for the 40 years that we have had to carry out our mission. We are grateful for our hardworking grassroots volunteers and chapters across the Commonwealth who help us to save lives through education. We have a pretty small but mighty staff at our headquarters here in Harrisburg. And the person entrusted with carrying out our mission of educating the public about the truth behind abortion, infanticide, and euthanasia is our education director, Bonnie Finnerty. Bonnie earned her bachelor's degree from the University of Scranton, magna cum laude, in 1990. She earned a master's degree from the University of Scranton in 1992. She has been an educator her entire adult life, and she joined our staff 8 months ago, and we are most grateful to have her on board. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to welcome Bonnie to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, our Education Director, Bonnie Finnerty.
Thank you, Michael. I am filled with gratitude to be among several hundred amazing pro-life supporters and activists tonight. This is absolutely beautiful. As Michael mentioned, my tenure here began in February after a year of discerning what my next step in life should be. I was thrilled to have found what I thought was the perfect job for me. But the overwhelming joy that I felt at this very new beginning in my life would be tempered just 3 days later when I learned that my mother had pancreatic cancer. Just as I was beginning work to defend life, she was beginning a journey to complete hers. Her doctor said she might live till Easter, but as it turns out, my mom lived just another 18 days, and she peacefully drew her last breath on February 8th. During those difficult 18 days, my mom gave us the ultimate pro-life witness, the peaceful and willful surrender to life's natural course. She bravely bore her suffering, and she comforted us with her courage and patience and steadfast faith. Her end-of-life testimony echoed an earlier pro-life testimony given 33 years ago when I returned home from Bucknell University to tell her that I was pregnant at 18. The campus doctor at Bucknell had tried to talk me into an abortion, but having grown up in a pro-life home in pro-life Scranton, I knew I could not do that. All I wanted to do was to go home and tell the people who knew me and loved me, my family and my boyfriend, now my husband. When I finally managed to choke out the words telling my mother that I was pregnant, she shocked me with the most unexpected response. "Is that all? Is that all?" You see, my tears had led her to believe that much worse news was imminent, like a cancer diagnosis. She was actually somewhat relieved to learn that I was just going to have a baby. While untimely, she believed my unexpected pregnancy was not an occasion for tears of despair, but instead a chance to welcome new life joyfully. Is it any wonder that I work for a pro-life organization now? On my very last outing with my mom, just days after learning about her terminal illness, we drove past the Federation's office, and I showed her where I would be working and explained what I would be doing. And I could see a look of peace and contentment coming over her face. She didn't mention it to me then, but after her passing, I learned that my mother had been a regular financial contributor of the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation since 1990, when we were all still living in Scranton. While our working-class blue-collar family didn't have a lot of extra money, she made pro-life contributions a priority. My mother's relationship with the Federation actually began long before mine. Back then, she couldn't have foreseen me moving to Harrisburg one day and then many years later going to work at the Federation. But it was her example that paved my path here. And her contributions continue to give life. Is there any greater legacy that one could leave? Tonight, when you think about what you can do to support the critical work of the Federation, as you discern what contributions you could make to this cause, please consider my mother's legacy of not giving just once, but committing yourself to regular donations that will help us realize our mission of making abortion, infanticide, and euthanasia unthinkable in our society. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you tonight. And thank you for all that you do every day and all that you will do to protect the sacred gift of life. Thank you.
So when I said to you that we were so grateful to have Bonnie as our education director, I hope you understand that I meant that from the bottom of my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie is the point person for carrying out the work of the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation Education Fund. Bonnie is someone you can trust. After all, you can believe that her mom is watching over her the whole way through this. I told you that we're grateful to have her, but our gratitude most of all goes out to all of you and the hundreds of thousands of pro-lifers across the Commonwealth who have supported the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation Education Fund with their financial contributions for 4 decades. Truly, this organization would not be here without these sacrificial donations. All of our donors are an inspiration to us, and that is why we have established our most exciting initiative yet, the Life Wins campaign. This campaign is designed to bring our abortion rate down to 0. That's right, 0. Here's our 4-point plan to end legal abortion in Pennsylvania. Could I have the slides, please? This is our Life Wins campaign. Next slide. The first point is a highly professional breakthrough media strategy. We will blanket the airwaves, reaching tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians through our Lifelines and radio program. We will also, with our pro-life notes, radio commentaries, and our no-holds-barred radio and television interviews, podcasts, nationally publicized articles and commentaries, and our statewide opinion pieces. When we saturate the media, we save lives. Second point, next slide. A cutting-edge technology and social media outreach plan. We are harnessing the full power of the internet through our state-of-the-art website, popular blog, and rapid response Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest posts. We have reached more than 600,000 Pennsylvania teenagers through our initiative, our innovative youth outreach with www.teenbreaks.com. We want to reach 1 million more. Third point, next slide. our dynamic educational events. Tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians have received the latest pro-life news and information through our time-tested pro-life town hall tours, conferences, workshops, and educational displays at the Creation Music Festival, fairs, and special events. We are educating the next generation through our highly sought-after school presentations. We need to reach tens of thousands more Pennsylvanians through educational, church, and minority outreach. Fourth point. Next slide. To form strategic partnerships with other national organizations to achieve real life-saving results. For 40 years, we have been partnering with National Right to Life, and we will continue that affiliation as we partner with others to mount an aggressive lobbying campaign and winning legislative strategy to protect preborn babies from harm. We need to make sure that Pennsylvania does not become another New York with abortion up to the moment of birth and infanticide after birth. I would like to talk for just a moment to some of our new friends who are here tonight or who may be watching this online. And I'm talking about those of you who may have never heard of the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation who are here tonight. Never heard of the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation, or you're watching Diamond and Silk right now on YouTube or on the internet at some point in the future, and you never heard of the Pennsylvania Pro-Life Federation until right now. But you heard what they said. And you know what? The Lord is calling you too to get involved. Not everybody can dedicate 100% of their time to doing this work day in and day out the way we do with the staff of the Federation and the way our volunteers do across the state. But everybody can do something. And if you can make even a small donation, if that's all you can make, that makes a difference. And if you can make a big donation, those $5,000 checks and those $1,000 checks, they can save a lot of lives. Think about that, and think about what was said tonight. And so you new people who never heard about us before and never donated to the Federation, this is your call tonight. Let's get started with something new. And let's keep this friendship going that we have going. And if you're looking online, you can go to paprolife.org and hit the donate button right there.